I'm kind of that witch. I'm kind of that witch. Yes, welcome back to I'm Kind of That Witch, the woo-woo comedy podcast where we talk about all things spiritual, supernatural, and slightly unhinged. And today, we're going to outer space. Ooh. This is Greg, and this is Chinedu Unaka. Yeah, y'all know Chinedu. He's an Aquarius, which means he's probably been abducted by a few aliens. Did he know that? I don't know. He's learning today.
Now, how could I forget that?
Yeah.
If it happened.
He is a Los Angeles-based comedian, actor, writer whose sharp, hilarious storytelling has earned him millions of views and spots on Comedy Central, Presents, Netflix's A Joke, and the Arsenio Hall Show. He started a house party with me. We were supporter roles, but we had fun. Abbott Elementary and Fuse TV's We Need to Talk About America. Yes, he has a long resume, but here today with me, he's here to talk about aliens. What's up, Chen?
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's the alien name?
This is Todd.
Todd?
Todd.
Todd?
Todd.
Okay. That's
Yes.
what's up, Todd.
This is E.T.'s cousin.
Okay. What's his purpose?
He's just here for support.
That's what's up,
You know
Todd.
what? I was out, I just got back from Sedona, Arizona.
Okay. You got like a business or like a mushroom trip?
I only did mushrooms one day out of 4,
Okay. It just
which
sound
is
like-
also a part of my business.
It just sounds like a mushroom city.
Yeah, it is very woo-woo. They sell crystals every
very
shop.
woo-woo.
Every shop has crystals, overpriced crystals.
Is woo-woo in the dictionary yet? I feel like if it's not,
It should be.
I feel like it's headed there for sure.
But everybody knows what it means.
It means like little crazy.
Like a little, which is
Little-
all the
little,
stuff.
little heady.
No, it's like,
in the sky.
sure.
Woo-woo. I'm a little woo-woo sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually right before I sleep.
Okay.
That's how.
Are you doing shrooms before you sleep?
No.
You smoking weed before you sleep?
I mean, not smoking it.
Okay. You're
Like,
eating weed.
Sometimes to sleep better.
Okay.
Not to get woo-woo.
But yeah, so in Sedona, because we were, doing this episode of the podcast. Well, first off, what do you think about aliens? Real, fake? What are your thoughts?
I have a lot of theories.
Okay.
Okay. Some serious, some silly.
Okay.
I believe space is so vast
Okay.
that it will be less likely that aliens aren't real that that they are. So I believe for sure we're not alone. Now, do aliens look like Todd? I don't know. But I think even the government confirmed recently that we had some alien.
They passive aggressively, a man named David Urich, I believe.
Okay.
He came forward and there were 40 other people who also said, there are aliens and there are spacecrafts and we've encountered them and we've been hiding them from you.
Yeah, I think they've arrived and even had kids with us a long time ago. I believe if you can't dance,
You know what's crazy?
you an alien.
Okay.
Because rhythm is so natural to so many people.
So most white
Not
people
all white
are
people.
not
Not all
all,
white
but
people.
most white people.
Some white people can dance.
Okay. But
Like-
the white people that can dance, they
Have you
are
seen
aliens.
river dancing?
Yeah.
It's very intricate.
Okay.
Okay. So we're
Is that? But that
we're not gonna
seems
push
more
that
like an
stereotype.
alien. That seems more like a.
Touche. But I believe if rhythm is very difficult for you, I think it might be because somewhere down your ancestry, aliens invaded.
Okay. What about lizard people? 1%. Do you think the 1%? Because that's
you
kinda
told
true.
me talk about aliens. I'm not doing lizards today.
no. I'm talking about lizard people.
See, I knew you was trying to switch it over. I'm out, man.
They're not aliens. The lizard, the humans who are coming. The Simpsons even talked about this.
Yeah, okay.
And whenever the
That's where
Simpsons talks about something, you know it's true.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
All right, we talking about aliens.
I was in Sedona recently, Arizona, and we did a UFO tour with this woman named Sheila. So you already know she about to be a little cray, little woo woo.
Sure.
But I was at the tour. I paid for her services. So what does that say about me?
Little woo woo too.
Yeah, we were in the right place. But we did. She had these FBI grade goggles where we could see the sky, and it's very clear. You can see all the stars. You can see every single plane going by. You can see. So the difference between the planes and the spaceships is like the planes have lights that blink. They have to, and it's just like a law. It's the rules of flying a plane at night in America. You have to have blinking red light, green light, and white light. And the spaceships don't. They also don't. They're like so close to each other. It was kind of crazy. Like they almost look, because you can't really see the ships. You could just see formations flying in the air, like really close to each other.
Well, you got to see them that day?
I got to see them that day. Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. This was 2 days ago.
They're every tour gets to see them. They're just constantly out there.
I mean, first I was thinking like, are we even gonna get to see anything? Like I was already annoyed. Like, but Sedona is the #1 sighting place for extraterrestrial, or UAPs is what they call them now.
Okay.
And
what does that stand for, EAP? Don't worry about it.
Let me see. I gotta pull a.
Don't trip on acronyms. We get it. UFO.
Let's guess.
Okay, EAP, probably extraterrestrial.
UAP.
Oh, UAP.
Yeah.
Unidentified air. No.
Oh yeah.
Maybe air. Unidentified air projections, something like that.
Okay.
Or unidentified.
We could Google it, but we'll just keep guessing.
Yeah. We'll go with that. That makes sense. That sounds familiar.
But yes, so we saw it. We saw the crafts flying in the air.
Wild.
She had these $4,000 goggles, and I was thinking in my head, like, this white woman feels safe with us because you want somebody to rob you, telling us the cost of these FBI grade goggles. Not that I was gonna rob her, but I felt like
you're not getting much on a pawn shop with those, though.
I know, but you can't. You can't
That's
say
a
like
hard sell on eBay.
She said she couldn't even leave the country with them.
With those goggles? Damn.
They would stop her at the airport because they're FBI grade level.
So what were the ships doing? Or they're moving like where were they headed? Directions? Patterns?
They seemed so busy because I was expecting maybe we'll get lucky and see one thing. Maybe we'll see something. We saw so many. It was like sometimes it would be 3 of them, like kind of zooming this way, and then there would be like one zooming this way, and then one would come this way, and I'm like, where are they going, Sheila? And she was just like, they just fly all around. Some of them live on spaceships. Some of them stay just like consistently, like flying places. And apparently, there's just so many different breeds. So this is a gray. Even though he's green. Yeah. And this is the most popular alien type that people know of, but there's so many different species. There's basically like different human species, Yeah.
I mean, technically, as soon as we enter the atmosphere in our own spaceships, we're aliens as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I feel like we're so like, as humans, we are. I think the idea that we're just something else that exists.
Yeah, we're other life.
We're other life.
Yeah, if they're aliens, we're aliens.
Yeah, to them, we're aliens.
As soon as aliens exist, then then we're also.
Or we're Terra, is what I was told. They call us humans Terra.
Okay.
They call Earth Terra, and they call humans Terran.
And what is that word?
That's just what they call Earth, because we call Earth. They call it Terra.
They call it Terra. Who's they? The aliens?
Aliens, yeah. All of them, all the other aliens.
All aliens call us Terra.
Yeah.
And who told who they tell that?
Who they told? Yeah. Apparently, they told the president this at one point.
Which one?
Yeah.
JFK?
No, but JFK, he, according to Sheila, might still be alive.
Okay, let's stay grounded with aliens.
Okay, she said, there's these med beds.
She real woo woo.
Yeah, she said that a lot of celebrities, had to go into hiding because our government, said you got to be Illuminati or you're done. You know what I mean? If you want this level of celebrity, you got to do what we tell you to do, or we're gonna kill you. Whoa. So she said Marilyn Monroe might still be alive.
That's what do you think about that? Before they get my blue check.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Give me the blue check.
Damn. So you Illuminati?
Nah, I ain't Illuminati. I'm just naughty. You got to earn the rest of the letters.
Oh, damn. You just naughty.
I'm just a little naughty.
Little naughty.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't aluminum yet,
So I guess between, not to get political.
Oh, here we go.
Trump, Elon, and Todd. Marry, kill, fuck. Who you picking?
Well, neither really.
Huh?
Do I got to pick?
You have to, or you gonna die.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's tough.
I would kill such a violent word. I would unalive Elon. I would marry my guy Todd and then metaphorically
smash
the other guy.
Trump.
No, not smash. Metaphorically. So not
So
literally.
you wouldn't fuck. You wouldn't fuck.
Metaphorically.
But you would have
screw
to.
him over, you know?
Is that how that works, metaphorically?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
No, that's not. I don't think
I would have to F anybody, you know what I mean? It's just a thing called consent, Shakira.
Okay.
We believe in consent over here at the I'm Kinda a Witch podcast.
Okay.
Amen?
Kind of that witch.
Kind of that witch. Oh, woo woo. Can I get a woo woo?
Can I get a woo?
Put a woo woo in the comment section if you believe in consent. Amen?
Ooh, not my phone having the sound on. Sorry, y'all. There was a few other questions I had for you. And you didn't believe in lizard people. You said that.
Nah, I didn't do enough research on lizard people. I believe in lizards.
Okay, what about the drones in Jersey?
The drones in Jersey?
You remember the drones that were in the sky? Do you think that was the government, or you think that was...
I remember the pigeon drones.
The drones. There was this whole thing about the drones.
Do I believe in drones? I think drones...
There was a whole thing with the drones being in the sky.
You just can't assume I've seen every story now.
What have you seen? What do you know about aliens?
Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. That was weird.
Okay.
You know, do I believe there's drones out there watching us? For
Yeah.
sure. I mean, our phones are hearing us, etc.
Okay.
Nobody's reading the terms and agreements. We sign on to all types of stuff. So, drone technology. I'm not sure what the story is in Jersey. It was just out there.
Basically, there were some drones floating in the sky for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And they were like torn if it was aliens or the government spying on the people in Jersey.
That's not odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's cameras in street lights.
Yeah. So you think it was just the government?
I mean, I wouldn't government or somebody else, but would I doubt there's somebody put drones in the air at a certain point? No.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Pranksters are putting drones in the air.
Okay.
Ashton Kutcher probably did it. Ain't no telling.
Yeah. He's still doing punked. He might be.
On the black web, you know?
Okay. One has to go. E.T. or Men in Black?
The movie?
The movie.
The
E.T.
toys too? Like the whole brand?
All of it. Every single part.
Because Men in Black really put the Secret Service on the map. People was really dressed like the Secret Service for a while. But if I had to choose, Aliens or Men in Black?
No, E.T.
Oh, E.T. The movie.
The movie you grew up on.
One of the two.
One of the two can't exist.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't big on E.T.
Really?
So I'll take Men in Black.
Why not?
I think I saw it one time. It was cool.
Okay.
Men in Black was like a fun movie.
Okay.
How many sequels E.T. had? 2?
There ain't no sequels to E.T. I know.
There you go.
It could. He went home.
Case closed.
The story wouldn't make sense for it.
That's 3 movies versus 1.
He got home. That was the whole point of the movie.
Niggas leave home all the time.
Okay.
Could have came back. Could have came back.
Okay, and then I guess another Will Smith one: Independence Day or War of the Worlds.
Ooh, War of the Worlds. Who was in that again? Was that Brad Pitt? Was that the zombie one?
Was that the zombie one? No, that's isn't that a
World War Z? I think that was World War Z.
Yeah.
World Wars. Brad Pitt was in it? I think you got it wrong then. Because I don't think he did 2 World
Was it?
He ain't doing 2 movies.
So then now you mixing movies. The War of the Worlds. Wasn't that the one with No, that was Tom Cruise.
No, that was after.
And Dakota Fanning. War of the Worlds. That's what I was thinking. That's
that was
the one
Tom
with Dakota
Cruise.
Fanning.
Or what was the other option?
Or
Independence Day? Damn. Independence Day was like epic.
Yeah.
But I think if it came out today, people would be like,
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
I gotta go with War of the Worlds.
Okay. So you're not a Will Smith fan.
I just chose Men in Black now.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. But you didn't choose them twice. You could have picked them twice. You could have picked them twice.
Can I spread the love? He got 3 movies with Men in Black.
And then the last movie, Nope or Alien.
Was Nope the 3rd Jordan Peele joint?
But it wasn't. It ain't a sequel. It
was a separate.
It's a separate movie. There was.
Or what? Which one?
Alien. The classic.
The classic. And it has sequels to Alien.
Yep.
So I got to lose all the sequels too?
Yep.
So by default, I got to keep Alien.
Wow.
Because the sequels, multiple movies versus one.
Okay.
If we going to head up, then,
Yeah.
I'll show Nope some love.
Okay.
Or you should have said, what's the, not Collaterals, Covenant? No. That was Buried Under the Ground. John was the big dude on Roseanne.
Okay. Oh, I haven't
name?
seen that.
He's so good.
Yeah.
What's his name? It's slipping my head right now. Such a good movie, man. Who he killed that movie.
Yeah, I'll look it up later.
You gotta watch that if you're an Alien expert. You ain't seen it.
Wow. First off, every Alien movie that is made by us is like it has a bad POV. Like it's like we're scared because aliens are here to hurt us. But really, I think aliens are higher vibrational beings.
Okay.
I think they are closer to like a spiritual good being than we are. Okay. Like humans are so low vibrational. Do you agree with that?
Oh, there's a lot of low vibrational humans.
Not all of us, yeah.
Oh, no, for sure.
Not all of us. I feel like, I mean, look at us. We vibing high.
I'm vibing out, man. I'm always vibing out.
We rolling.
Give me some time. he gets it.
You gonna give Todd a hug?
I will hope aliens are about positivity and improving things. That'd be great. Imagine they came here and just kind of fixed a lot of things. That would be amazing.
I think they are gonna come here. Sheila does.
I think they came.
She said within the next 10 years.
I think they came.
They've already been here.
Yeah, I think.
You believe that?
Okay. I think they visited. I don't know if they're still here.
So there was a story she told us about a alien trying to have a baby with a human to try to see if it could get like a human style soul. Because apparently we do have great souls. We just are so low vibrational. Yeah. So she told us that this alien abducted a 13-year-old. Impregnated her, took the baby, tried to raise the baby to see if the baby would have a human soul but it didn't get that part. It only got the alien stuff. So then they ended up like taking the baby away from the 13-year-old and it's in an incubator in the sky. How do you feel about that?
This is who told you this?
The woman who went on the UFO tour.
Oh, she woo-woo-woo.
I don't even want to say woo-woo at this point because I don't want to give woo-woo a bad rep.
And she didn't do no documentary, nothing?
No.
She ain't try to pitch it to Netflix?
No.
I got to wait for the doc.
I got a picture, actually, of her whole flyer.
Of the 13?
So this is the flyer, Rise
Show me
of...
the incubator.
This is the flyer of the next thing she's going to be at. So she's...
Which one her?
You can see
Julia?
her down at the bottom. Her name is...
Barbara. Who that?
Sheila.
Oh, Sheila? Oh, yeah, Sheila. Oh, she in the front.
Yeah.
Sheila Ja'nai, UFOologist.
She's a UFOologist. She's been doing it for 40 years.
This is like people that's been high on mushrooms. The only person I trust.
And what's wrong with being high on mushrooms? Do you have something against mushrooms? I feel like you've mentioned it a few times.
I think mushrooms is a great thing. I don't think she do it every day though. Sheila been doing it every day.
Would you like a I'm kind of that witch cocktail?
What's in it?
It's a potion. It's a magic potion.
You gonna tape the nutrient facts? You hear from my lawyer if anything happens.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see it now. The incubator. Aliens, man. I don't know. I hope what's your theory to aliens? You think they've been here before?
To Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, well, one, there was no other explanation for what I saw in the sky. And I was happy I did the tour because I was staring at the stars and I was like, man, I hope I see something because this is one of the number one places where people see stuff.
Sure.
And then I just couldn't see anything from my vantage point. So I was like, maybe, I don't know.
Wasted money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I'm all the way out here in the middle.
Exit row seat, everything.
I'm in the desert. I'm out looking at the stars and you can see all the stars. I can see the planets. It's cold out at night. Yeah. And I forgot my jacket.
You pulled up sober?
I was sober.
Okay.
I had some wine.
Okay.
That don't count.
Depends how many cups.
Okay, I had 2 bottles.
Yeah, some wine bottles? Oh, you said bottles?
I'm just kidding. So just 2 bottles. 2 bottles too many.
Okay,
So we put the little goggles on and I was like, okay, let's see if we see something. And then immediately it was like a whole different reality. And I took them down. I was like, and then sometimes you could kind of see something small.
Yeah.
Because they move for the most part, a lot of them were moving faster than planes would be moving.
Okay.
They didn't have blinking lights on them, so they couldn't be like the air, because our planes are required. They were flying too close to each other, some of them, where it was like, this would be, like, y'all would crash if this was, Delta.
This was like,
Unfortunately, so we got a lot of plane crashes happening right now.
Peace
So
to all the victims.
yeah, to be fair, we have an average amount of plane crashes every year. We just don't usually have this many deaths. We don't usually have commercial plane crashes.
Right.
So if you Google like plane, it seems like this is just like very abnormal, but apparently 18 planes crash a year just about.
I wish I didn't know that.
I know. I'm so sorry to tell you that.
I
But they're
fly a
never commercial flights. They're usually not big flights with people on them. Like, that's why this year has
Right. It's
been
like usually like
batshit.
private planes,
Yeah.
small planes.
And then they don't crash in places like Philly.
Yeah, they fly.
They're like
crash
in the middle of
mountains,
in the
yeah.
mountains.
Bad weather and stuff like that. Inexperienced pilots too. Usually are flying in smaller planes, and that's why those things happen.
You should do a TED Talk on this.
I mean, I could.
Go ahead. Keep
know what I mean?
teaching us about.
Yeah, I know a little bit of everything. Not a lot though.
Yeah.
No, a little bit of everything.
Where you learn that from? ChatGPT,
Nah, yeah, maybe.
Fox News.
I'll be talking to ChatGPT.
I love her. That's my best friend.
It's a girl.
Mine's is. Yours is whoever you want her to be.
My ChatGPT is an alien.
Oh, this is Todd.
Yeah, Tadisha.
And yet you don't know nothing about Todd.
Well, me and Todd, I never met him in person, so I wanted to clarify.
I'm actually not even. I'm a starseed as well. So I used to be from a different planet before this lifetime.
Now that I believe.
Yeah.
100%. Got that energy.
Wow, really?
You little woo woo.
I didn't even have to push it. You were like, yeah, you a different planet?
Who am I to question your existence?
Yeah.
Whatever you believe, I believe.
I'm from the planet of Lyran and Sirius. Okay. No, I was a Lyran, and the planet is Sirius, or the star is actually a star I used to live on.
Have you met your people out here?
I'm still waiting.
Okay.
Todd?
Yeah, Shakira.
Todd, please help.
Are you ready to go home?
Can you hold my hand, Todd?
I'll take you home.
Todd not even gonna hold my hand. I know I saw this and I said, I gotta get it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I love Todd, man. Todd's chill.
Great.
Very, very stoic.
Do you think aliens have comedians?
Very great skin, too.
Comedians?
Do I think aliens have comedians?
Yeah, do they have a comedy?
You think
community?
It's like a comedy community out there?
I'm asking you, you think?
Nah, I don't think nothing funny about wherever they come from.
Why? You don't think they have fun?
I don't think they laugh.
Do you think they have like restaurants and live a level of normalcy?
I think they're just pure energy.
Okay.
I think they just existing.
So they're just like angels.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they have no desires, no wants.
You don't think they have sex?
Nope.
What if an alien wanted to have sex with you? Would that change your mind?
They don't have sex. I just said that.
I know, but if an alien wanted to, then what if Todd wanted to?
No, I ain't that easy. You know what I mean? You gotta take me out a few times.
Okay, well then
I need some lobster, Todd. You feel me? Yeah.
Well, and then you would have sex, even though.
Nah, even then it's not. It's not.
Why not?
It's not guaranteed.
If alien did all that work to abduct you and show you love, you wouldn't want to reciprocate.
To abduct me? To kidnap me? Is that how you show me love?
They not abducting everybody.
Abduction is a nice word for kidnapping. Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's
but
not
like
just
getting
gloss
abducted
over
by
that.
a man, in America is scary. Getting abducted by an alien. I would rather be abducted by an alien than a man.
Not me out. No.
Really?
No. I'd rather.
Well, you're a man.
I'd rather because you can't exist.
If
in
you
their
were a
world.
5'4" woman, would you rather be abducted by a man or an alien? A man, your height. How tall are you, Chinedu?
I'm about 6'3".
6'3".
It's not important.
So if you were 5'4", would you want to be abducted by a 6'3" man?
I don't think height has nothing to do with this. Like literally. Height.
What species?
Because you can't even exist in their world. Your biocomposition wouldn't survive in whatever planet they come from.
Okay.
You'll be living on a ship for the rest of your life. Because as soon as you leave that ship, you're cooked.
But what if they
understand?
what if they put stuff in me to help me survive the same way
Not
that
only
they
are
survive?
you kidnapped, now they changing your DNA.
Yeah.
You're a whole new person.
I'm not even a person anymore. Now I'm part alien.
Exactly.
Which seems like I've been moved up the food chain. Mm-hmm. So I'm better than you.
I'll take my chances being
I would be
abducted by
better than
someone on
you.
Earth because I'm trained. I'll
Trained
get out
in
of
what?
it. Huh?
You're trained in what?
All types of combat. I'll get out.
Any type of. Are we gonna be specific about the type of combat you're trained
All
in?
types.
All types.
All types. I watch a lot of UFC.
This man watched Power Rangers growing up.
You know what I mean? I'm a
He's
quick
trained in
learner.
all types of combat.
I'm a visual learner. I don't even take classes.
You the Black Ranger?
I just take it in. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of action films.
Oh yeah. Okay. You think Will Smith trained for those action films, or he just was running around flipping?
He seemed like he's a visual learner too. You ever get that that energy when you leave an action film that you got the powers as well?
Yeah. Same thing when I watch a show about doctors. I'm like, I could save that person. I know
that energy stays with me. For
Yeah.
some people, it dissipates by the time it gets to the parking lot.
So you
Those
could
skills stay with me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to trap me in the elevator. See that? Todd didn't see that shit coming. He
No,
didn't see it
not
coming.
Todd. You just hit Todd in the face.
Yeah, I wish you would have ducked me, Todd. Get slapped out. You know, smooth skin.
I gotta give Todd a hug because she's getting beat up over here by you. U.S. government declassified UFO footage. What do we think? Did you see any of this?
Classify who? U.S. footage?
The videos footage.
Oh, UFOs.
Yeah.
They declassified it.
Declassified.
What YouTube account do I have to go to watch this stuff?
You can probably Google this.
I seen some official footage of aliens, the spaceships, and I think it's about time. Should we have more transparency?
What would you want them to do?
The aliens?
To
if
help
they came here? Cure world hunger.
Okay.
That'd be in the top 5 list. You know, I say if you give us another 10 years of LeBron James, that'd be amazing.
That's what you top of the
Turn
list?
ocean water to fresh water.
What about LeBron's son? Isn't he good enough?
Let's not get into that.
Tell us how you feel about LeBron's son.
He's gonna be great one day.
But you want LeBron? You think he's gonna be better than his dad?
No, and I don't think we'll ever see another LeBron James. If we do, that person is an alien. But I would love for them to turn a good portion of ocean water to fresh water. Okay. Because we're running out of water.
Yeah. Even though we are surrounded by a ton of water, but we don't have enough.
I want them to remove greed from the human conscious. I think that would cure the world.
Yeah.
So remove greed.
Okay.
That'd be great. Then outside of that, you know, make us immune to weather, right?
Okay.
Heat, cold don't affect us no more.
Doesn't work. Okay.
That way, property value skyrockets everywhere. You know, and what's it called? Antarctica.
Yeah.
Give me a little condo in Antarctica. You feel me? Hang out with the penguins. You know, it's a nice views in Antarctica if I wasn't affected by the cold.
So I'm guessing too, because some people say that outer space / there's life deep in the ocean past.
We know more about space than we do about the ocean.
I know. So do you think those are considered aliens deep in the planet inside?
It's aliens in terms of our knowledge of them, right? It's foreign.
Yeah.
But they're not aliens, obviously, because they're on Earth.
But what if they're not on Earth? They're inside. They're living in a different.
They're on Earth.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they're like inside.
You can say whatever you want.
I can say, yeah, I said what I said.
I'm not gonna argue.
Because they're not on it. They're not on it. They're inside the Earth's core.
Okay, inside the Earth.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's different.
Is your blood in your body? Correct.
I don't know. Because I'm actually made up of water.
Yes.
I'm made up of water.
Not
so
100% though.
I don't call what's in my body blood. I call it water.
That's real.
Yeah. Because it's liquid. It's water.
But it's a little different.
It's, you know. So you don't believe they have
it's not the same
comedians?
Composition. Huh?
You don't believe they have comedians? They don't have fun? They don't get to play? Do they have playgrounds? Do they have amusement parks?
I don't think they have a need for none of that.
Yeah.
They don't have a need for none of that.
Okay.
Do
they believe in Jesus Christ?
Aliens? I don't know. How would I know that?
Religion. Do they have religion?
How would I know that?
I'm asking what you think.
Alien.
You don't know nothing, clearly.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know. These questions are.
I've at least seen some aliens.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
I've only seen their spaceships. I've invited them to visit me, but I also am very much like, I don't want to be, because there's documentaries where they put implants in people and like track them, and then they abduct them and put them back, and you know, and people have there's been gazillions, millions of cases.
Would you want them to visit you if after they visited you, you sound like Morgan Freeman for the rest of your life?
Like Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, like your voice changed.
Why would that? And would I still be me?
Yeah, you're still Shakira, but
and
now you
sound like Morgan Freeman.
But you sound like Morgan Freeman the rest of your life. because the experience was so.
Morgan Freeman deep here. Is this how Morgan Freeman talks? And now I can only, because the thing is, I can talk like Morgan Freeman.
I sound like Beyonce.
Blue baby, you want some French fries? We going to McDonald's. Blue.
Yeah.
It's me, Beyonce.
There you go.
Listen. No, I'm just kidding. I had to commit.
Nah, you went. You did it.
But it sound like Beyonce?
He was very grounded.
Blue baby. Jay-Z. It's Hove in the building.
Yeah, you know what? I regret saying that.
It's me, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Who did you think it was here? It's me.
How you feel about it? It's all right. I think you sound like it.
Everybody thinks I look and sound like Beyonce, not Morgan Freeman.
Okay, there you go. I would say you look more like Beyonce than Morgan Freeman too.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a hair more.
For sure.
Wow. Okay. Just like.
A lot more. I didn't say hair.
Okay. How's that kind of
Whoa, whoa.
I'm kind of that witch. Liquid.
This wig is wild. You know, I love it.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it feel like party streamers, like the stuff you hang up for parties.
Okay. It's a low-key drag.
It's what?
It looked like party streamers. Like he said, this is nice. Actually.
Now, you know, like those like little fancy skirts.
Yeah.
It just looked like, it looked nice.
Okay.
You know? It's very light. It looks light.
It is light.
Yeah, it looks like a light, you know?
It's light. It's fun.
It's a woo-woo. You feel me?
I should have taught you that word. Now you can't.
I love that word. Sheila woo-woo. That's a very kind way of saying crazy. I think we should not call people crazy no more. Call them woo-woo.
Yeah.
You know? Because sometimes people are woo-woo for a moment.
So you think I'm crazy? You passively said that's a kind way to call people crazy.
Yeah.
And
No.
And you've called me that a gazillion times. You
for
call women
sure.
crazy?
I know I call you
I
crazy.
I show you crazy.
I bet you will. Your crazy ass. Nah.
Excuse. Wow.
No.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying. Woo-woo is a positive. It turns crazy. The word crazy to a positive connotation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because crazy is not necessarily a negative thing.
Yeah.
We all should have a little crazy in us.
Everybody
Sometimes
has
it's
a little.
Sometimes you got to go a little crazy
Now
to
I
reach
gotta-
your goals. You know?
I'm gonna give you the actual definition.
A woo-woo? You said it's not a word yet.
Woo-woo is
Now
an
you give me
informal term used to describe ideas or beliefs that are considered to be unscientific, mystical, or supernatural. This is not evidence-based medicine.
Yeah.
This is
Crazy
woo-woo.
medicine.
She believes in tarot cards. They consider Eastern medicine.
Wait,
anything.
read that first part again.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Read it, please.
No.
There was a word that I wanted to attach to.
This is not evidence-based medicine.
Evidence-based, thank you. Crazy.
Energy beams from the eyes. You don't need. Energy is connected. We did this in school. Y'all remember when we had to clap our hands? And then we pull them away, and then you feel the energy between. Do it. Clap them real hard. Feel the energy between. You feel it.
I do feel that.
Then they're like, it's bouncing off of you.
Okay.
That's energy. That's how quickly energy is transmuted. And that is how we are all connected.
100%.
We are all energy
We're all
beings.
essentially, we're all just energy.
Yeah.
But what's that got to do with that definition?
Because, like, by the book.
Unresearched, whimsical.
Unconventional beliefs regarded as having little,
Didn't put
little
through
scientific base.
Never went through the scientific method. No,
But it's like faith without works is dead.
Just
You got to
stop.
have faith.
It's just stopped at the hypothesis.
You got to have faith.
It stopped purely at the hypothesis. No research, just lazy.
This is research. Aliens?
Lazy ideas. That's what.
No.
That's what say it.
That's not what it said.
No evidence based.
It said it's not evidence that we approve. Science is nothing but questioning. Science evolves all the time.
100%. Woo does not.
Yes, it does. Before, aliens were considered non-existent, and then our government came out literally during a whole pandemic when everybody was paying attention to everything else because it was crazy times, and said, "Yeah, we have some UFOs. Yeah, we've encountered this."
There was the science for at least.
So then suddenly what?
Since I was born,
that's still considered woo-woo, even
since
though
I was born, aliens have always been a thing in terms of like for sure there's life out there.
Yeah.
It just has to be.
Yeah. It would be silly to think that we humans were the only race.
Even if it's not like life that resembles humans or intelligent life, there's definitely life.
Yeah.
There's been documented life on Mars in terms of like, organisms, etc. So there's a lot of planets that have the same or very similar chemical makeup as Earth to where life can exist.
Yes.
Right? There's multiple galaxies.
Name some.
I don't know by heart. I'm not going to sit here. But, we name them.
Yeah.
There's galaxies that we have yet to identify. So, you know what?
Yeah.
I will name some. I'll create a name.
Really?
If this is the Milky Way galaxy, that's the Kit Kat galaxy.
Okay.
That's the Heath Bar galaxy. And that's the Junior Mints. All right?
I don't want to go to Junior Mints. I don't want to go to that one.
That's underrated. That's underrated chocolate.
Yuck. Junior Mints?
You don't like Junior Mints?
Aren't they like coconut or something?
It's perfect movie candy because you're on a date and you.
Is it what is in it? Is it coconut
mint.
in it?
No, it's mint. You thinking of
Almond Joys? Yeah.
That's not bad though.
Yuck.
But Junior Mints is like minty, liquidy inside of a chocolate coating. It's perfect for dates.
You could literally
eat it,
just
your breath still stay fresh.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? You get the chocolate and the mint.
So this is what you do. You telling everybody your skills. This
I'm
what
just
you do.
saying, stay ready so you have to get ready. You feel me, Todd?
Todd.
He gets it.
So we already did the lizard people thing, and you don't believe in it.
Yeah, I'm not going down that road.
Because Queen Elizabeth and Mark Zuckerberg are considered them.
Mark Zuckerberg's a lizard person?
Mm-hmm. Not a real human. And David Icke, a shapeshifter. Oh, shapeshifters. Do you believe in some shapeshifters?
What is that again? Is that like the last Airbender?
It's like what was Mystique from
X-Men?
X-Men. She was blue and then she shapeshift.
What was her? She could.
She would turn into different people,
into different objects.
Yeah.
Oh, people or objects.
Yeah.
I believe in shapeshifters. I don't know. I do believe that technology might exist one day.
Yeah.
I do believe we are headed down a road where humans and machine is becoming more. Instead of us becoming this, we'll eventually become this, which will increase the life expectancy. I think up to 200 years probably.
Whoa.
For the filthy rich, to where you can, use AI.
Would you want to live to be 200 years old?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't feel 200, if I feel 30 and I'm 200, I would love to live to 200. Why not?
So, do you believe this is your only lifetime as a human? Do you feel like you can reincarnate?
I do believe there is some possible truth to reincarnation.
Okay.
I mean, at the very least, we're all gonna become soil anyway.
Yeah.
So that's still life.
So, what do you think your soul could come back as a different thing?
I think it's possible. Why not?
Okay.
I haven't done the research on it, but
Yeah, I have done the research on it, and I will tell you it is 100% true. You can reincarnate. You will come back. Maybe not to Earth. I've been praying to not reincarnate.
What do you think you were before?
I told you I was a starseed at one point.
A starseed?
A starseed.
What's that?
An extraterrestrial.
Oh.
I wasn't from this planet.
And what about before that?
I've lived only a handful of human lifetimes.
Okay.
I talked to a psychic and she confirmed it. I was royalty, believe it or not.
Before or after being an alien?
Before. I lived a human lifetime. I wasn't like top tier royalty. I wasn't the Cleopatra, but I was like a part of like a respected house, a respected name.
Okay.
Probably back when we lived in a matriarchy.
You was like in the front office.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like
that.
Okay, I'm
office
respected.
Manager, Cleopatra.
I wouldn't say I was an office manager. I'd be like her sister. Like,
you're still royalty.
Yeah, but I was like her sister. Like, I was still living good. Like, I wasn't like working.
No one's working in that office, first of all.
Yeah.
They're all just eating grapes and chilling.
So I would be like in a cloth, eating grapes.
No toilet paper during that time, mind you.
There was toilet paper. We had a bidet. We had advanced technology when I lived in a matriarchy.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it got all destroyed, and then we got brainwashed to believe that this is normal. This life is normal. We were like, how like Asia is ahead of us. A lot of Asian like schools are like better than American schools, like in China.
Sure.
You ever see those videos of those kids and they're like bouncing like 3 balls?
Well, it comes with the culture.
That being smarter, being
not necessarily being smarter, but I just
education.
No. I think there is something to Asian culture where. The way the the kids are like raised to be like super polite and super obedient, it makes it a lot easier to, I think, educate the population as well.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons to both sides, right? Where in American culture, there's a lot of individualism. There's a lot of, we highlight the arts a lot more. So I think that kind of makes education trickier. But those kids kind of excel in different ways. So I think there's something to do with the culture as well, just in terms of like and how who is celebrated within those countries, right? Where like doctors and dentists and engineers in this country is kind of like, oh, good job. Yeah. But the conversation is always about the rappers and the this and that. So I think that plays into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but just a theory.
Yeah.
It's a little woo-woo theory, unresearched. Yeah, I mean,
there's truth in all of it. That's why it's just I feel like woo-woo is a way to take away from the feminine. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Like, so like the feminine is just like creativity and having a knowing and not being able to scientifically prove certain things. And in order to discredit it, because we live in a very much patriarch, if it's not tangible, if it's not it's not.
Hold on, let's not tie it to facts and be the man.
Yeah, because men, the women energy of the just like being in her. People see it. You see it when a woman is just like, and when she's
crazy. Look at her. She's over here talking to herself.
In her,
okay.
She's in her divine feminine.
Okay.
And she's receiving. She's in receiving mode. She's more of like just like receiving blessings and alignment. And she's not doing, having to get, chase.
Okay.
So when we aren't in the capitalistic, we got to go after it. We got to just do this by the books. These are the rules. Wake up, eat protein, 5 a.m, go to the gym.
100 push-ups.
100 push-ups. 100
push-ups later.
Another 100 push-ups
8
later.
8 cups of water.
8 cups of water. I'm still down for 8 cups of water. Rather than being in my, like, when the girls are like, I'm in my soft girl era.
You 100% water, though.
I am 100% water.
What you trying to be 110?
We're all water.
You trying to be 110?
We're all 100% water.
No.
Google it.
We're all upper 80s.
Okay, sure. And why? What are our organs?
Let's stay on topic, because I'm not done with you yet.
So, anywho, I forgot what the point.
Some of our best scientists are women.
Exactly.
Some of our best fact checkers and fact makers are women.
But science evolves. Like back in the day, they believed like women, when they would have orgasms, they were having psychic, like they were gone. They had them. They were testing them in labs.
Just didn't go with that woo-woo stuff. Thank God we actually tested.
Wow.
And established rules and facts. So
they called women hysterical when that was
happening.
happening.
Can evolve. Exactly. We used to hang women for being witches.
I know.
Off of woo-woo-ness.
Yep. And all she had was some herb tea.
That's why woo-woo is dangerous.
No, it's not dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
It's anti the system.
Woo-woo
so
is
that
dangerous.
is why you would think it's dangerous.
Facts has nothing to do with the system. Facts is something that you can't argue.
They actually didn't use facts when they killed
That's
witches
the
at the
problem.
stake.
Exactly. They used woo-woo. Woo-woo
No, they
is
used
dangerous.
Christianity. They use the masculine, like these women are doing womanly things like weaving baskets and doing meditations near the fire and drinking chamomile tea and like, I mean, I was burned at the stake in a past life. Did I tell you that?
No.
Did that come up?
No,
yeah.
I remember that.
You asked me about my past lives. Yeah. I was burned at the stake. I actually was a...
Who redid your skin? It looks amazing.
Oh, I was reborn in a new body.
Okay, my bad.
That was a whole different lifetime, Chinedu. That was...
Did you survive? Or that was
No, I died.
And then what did you become the next time?
My soul came back.
A turtle?
Yeah. I actually was a dinosaur one lifetime.
I believe that.
Yeah.
You got dinosaur vibes.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Friendly dinosaur.
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. And who were you in a past life?
Me?
If
I had to really guess.
A snake?
Nah. You know, I was probably like You know, if I had to really guess, I might have been a seal for sure. One life,
seal.
just chilling
Just chilling
on a
life.
rock.
Okay.
You know, nice cool rock. A
Yeah.
little wave going underneath my
I was
bosom.
a rock in a few past lives as
I
well.
don't
I was
doubt that
also
either.
a rock.
Probably chill on top of your head, just chilling.
I was a rock for 10,000 years.
just pooping on your head.
Yeah.
Looking for a fish to eat, you know?
Okay.
You know?
Any human lifetimes?
I think for sure I was, probably was a war, like a war leader.
Oh, a wart eater?
No, war leader. Yeah,
A war, oh, yikes, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That makes sense.
Had some of that in me.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Real dark side.
Not really dark side. It's very much
By the rules, by the masculine energy.
Just very
patriarchal.
Not a very strong leadership in me.
No, I think you were like, let's just kill all these.
No, I mean, it was a different time, different rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just really protecting, but not invading, but protecting.
Wowzers.
You know?
We're running almost out of time, so let's ask a few more questions. I also like to do breath work at the end of my sessions.
Okay, I think we need it.
We're going to do 1 minute of breath work.
1 minute is a long time.
I know it is.
60 whole seconds.
I'm going to set a timer. But yeah, so any last thoughts about life outside of Earth?
Well, this tastes a lot like sparkling water.
Okay.
I will say that.
Okay. I'm kind of that witch. New. Coming to store soon.
That's right. A lot of Scotch tape.
I don't know why there's Scotch tape on my... clearly, I went through a real company and had
100%.
these cans printed
Yep.
with my logo because this is my drink that I made from scratch. I went to Peru and picked out this water. You know that?
Now, it says that witch. I wouldn't consider you a witch, would you?
I'm like a modern witch, like not like a practicing spells witch.
Harriet Potter.
What?
A Harriet Potter.
No, not even those are real like wizards and witches.
Oh,
I'm like a modern witch, like it's a new moon in Pisces right now.
let me ask you a question.
And yeah,
What house would you be in?
I would be the main one. I didn't watch that movie.
Excuse me? You probably will do a witch podcast. You never see Harry Potter.
Because that's fake stuff.
Have you read the
That's
books?
like I read the first 2 books, and I just remember being like, Harry's always doing well.
they talked
Harry's
about the
always
houses.
winning.
Which
Okay.
house would you be in?
Gryffindor.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm like just peak Gryffindor. I'm not like bubblegum enough for the other one, and I'm not like.
I think you're more Slytherin. Not in a bad way, though. Not in a bad way. It's not in a bad way. You just.
And who are you? And what?
Me?
Slytherin.
I'm definitely Gryffindor. But not,
Wow.
This is not, Slytherin is not a bad thing, though.
Yeah.
It's not a
So
bad
why?
thing.
Why am I more?
Perspective.
Why am I more Slytherin?
They're more woo-woo.
Oh, okay.
They don't need facts. You know? they make
This isn't a drag, but I'm going to fully drag
It's not
you.
a drag.
It's not a drag. It's not a drag.
I'll go by your definition. They make their own drinks.
Yeah.
You know? Slytherin is not a bad thing. Very powerful house.
Wow.
And they weren't all evil. Let's be clear. Can we just kill the negativity around Slytherin? Because there's only 2 people that was ruining the image of Slytherin.
Okay.
But most of the house was actually like, it's a very powerful house.
Okay.
You have very powerful energy.
Thank you. I'll take that. They are powerful.
They are.
The thing is, I don't watch the show. I feel like I'm a Gryffindor because I'm a leader. I'm a
Slytherin
boss.
are leaders. And they're very bossy Slytherin.
Wow. I'm a Virgo, which always is the protagonist, which is Gryffindor.
Yeah.
So
It all depends on who's writing the book.
yeah.
Who's writing the history.
You're like Hufflepuff.
Remember, America
Just a little puffy, little Hufflepuffy.
was always a protagonist.
Uh-huh.
But if you really know the history.
Yeah. Well, we were the protagonists in America to America.
They had some antagonists.
For us, by us, we were the protagonists. But to the rest of the world.
You know?
Okay, we're going to do 1 minute
All right, ready?
of breath work. We're going to do a 3-part breath. Chinedu, have you ever done breath work?
Depends. Define it for me.
It's basically intentional breathing to kind of create a different state of mind, an altered state of mind.
I think so.
Okay.
I use the breathing to.
Okay. I'm
get
a
centered
breath
sometimes.
work practitioner. That's what I do.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's why you're an amazing actress too. I bet.
Thank
Do you
you.
think it plays into your acting?
I didn't start off doing breath work. when I started off as an actor, even though we did do the Alexander technique, at AMDA, that's the acting school I went to. But I would say, thank you. I'll just take the compliment.
Yeah.
It does help. I think it helps every single thing in our life. And 100%. It's the least utilized thing we have. So I like to leave the audience with a little 1-minute session of breathing.
Can I ask a question about breath work?
Yeah.
Do you think I think it could help probably, you think there's some science behind it helping with like avoiding illnesses and stuff like that?
Yes, 1,000%.
I think it could.
Okay. 1,000%.
I'm very interested in learning right now.
Okay, you got to listen to the breathwork episode. We got a whole episode on.
A whole
episode coming soon.
Yeah. Now, is it research based? I just watched.
It's research based.
Okay, 'cause I was watching different YouTube.
Wow.
I'm messing with you. We good. Come on. Teach me.
Okay, we're going to do a simple.
Right. Can you sit up?
Yeah. All right. Sure. Sit up, relax, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
We're going to do two inhales through the nose, one out the mouth, and we're going to do it for 1 minute. Okay. Y'all ready? Don't do this while you're driving. If you're pregnant, if you have any symptoms, this is a disclaimer right here.
That's right.
Do this if you feel healthy and whole and you're relaxing while you listen to this and want to do it.
If you're driving, do not breathe.
Yeah, hold your breath.
Till you get lightheaded.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, go. One more breath. All right. We did it. How you feel?
I felt like I was ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, in a great way.
In a great way.
It made me feel a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Y'all hear that?
I was ready to go into an NBA playoff game 7.
Oh, wow.
Locked in. It had me locked in.
Okay.
I'm a little pumped right now.
Okay.
I'm a little pumped.
Okay.
What you looking at, Todd?
Ooh, watch out, Todd.
Then calm down.
Well, that was I'm Kind of That Witch. This is the show where Mercury is always in retrograde. Thank y'all for being here. Chinedu, you can say that to your camera. This is the show where Mercury is always in retrograde.
This is a show where Mercury is always in retrograde.
Did you look at your camera? I felt like you were like this.
Yeah, this is a show where Mercury is always in retrograde. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'll research it. And if I need to retract that statement, I will. Okay.
It's too late. It's on the books. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Say bye to Ty.
Bye, Ty.
Say bye. I got to hold him and wave his hand. Bye.
This is what's supposed to abduct me.
Hey, why you being violent? That's it, y'all. Thanks.